Welcome back. We're here for our quarterly features and enhancement vlog. Look back at what SmartEtailing has been working on over the last quarter. So we're going to be talking about Q2 in 2022. We've got lots of cool things been working on that's leading into more cool stuff. So let's get into it.
Yeah, let's do. What's first?
Yeah. Home screen.
Home screen.
Yeah. So when retailers with SmartEtailing websites log into their site manager, they're going to see a whole new home screen that gives them, a snapshot of traffic and sales data. We also have our SmartEtailing blogs. That's kind of the best place to see the latest, complimentary content. Maybe there's some educational content like, email marketing, how to. So that was there. That's going to stay. And then I think the one of the cooler pieces is that key tasks and recommendations.
I agree. And just to note, this is a demo site, so there's no actual data, but merchants would see website traffic, website orders, and sales. Default is month to date, but you can also flip over to last month. And then, like you just said, Susie, this recommended task, a key task, I think is really cool. Again, I don't have Google Analytics set up in this demo site, but if you didn't already have that set up, that's the kind of thing that would be in recommended task, along with making sure that financing's enabled. And, if you haven't updated your homepage in a while, that's a key piece of SEO. And if there's pending mapping to deal with, key task like this, and again, I don't have orders, but things like you've got orders to fulfill would be in this key task section. So it's a really quick overview of what do I need to do right now to make sure my website's working like it should.
Exactly. And another piece that I'm excited about with the recommended tasks is tasks.
Task assists.
Task assists. One of the initiatives of our development team is that will kind of evolve as or be added to as we release new features that we think will help you sell more, draw more traffic to your website, things like that. So keep an eye on it.
Yeah, it's not a static thing. And we had an update center before that had really good information, but it had kind of been the way it had been for a while. This is the beginning of something that will evolve as a highly useful piece of the software. So we're excited about that.
Cool. Anything else about home screen you think is important to share?
No, I'm a big fan of it. And we produced a new video. We had a video to explain the update center, and now we have a video to explain the current state of home screen. So you can find that in the help center, and I'll put it in the description here as well.
Cool. Thanks, Mark.
Super. What's next?
Yeah. Discounts has gotten quite the revamp.
It has. So if you used discounts before, this is completely different. And just a quick run through, there's two kinds of discounts. There's those that require a code at checkout, which is kind of fun because that often makes shoppers feel more engaged in the process and as if they're getting something special. And then there's automatic discounts. So discounts that you want to have just apply without the need to enter a code, those go here. There can be one automatic discount at a time. There can be quite a few different codes. And all or both of these can be filtered by active, inactive, scheduled, and expired. So you can schedule these with dates, start and end dates. And again, the errors just because of the demo site thing. So don't worry, that won't happen live. And you can do fixed amount of percentages. You can have it apply to all products, specific products. You can exclude things that are already on sale. You can set requirements for things like maybe you want a minimum purchase of $100 before the discounts take place, or quantity. You're doing a clothing sale, but you want at least two things in the cart before that applies. So pretty slick, and some improvements on the existing discounts and promos, and a much better interface, easier to use, easier to create, easier to keep track of versus just having this gigantic list of discounts as we did before. So we're pretty excited about it. And kind of like the home screen, just the beginning. There'll be more coming with this over time as well.
Yes, absolutely. This is just the first step. This is, I guess, kind of a key piece in another big enhancement that we're working on. No teaser on that one. No specifics, but yeah, I think you see a theme. I think everything in SmartEtailing is getting an overhauled look. We're really trying to update, make sure that it has the best user experience. It's going to be easier to use, and then some of these pieces work together. So you'll see that
Yes.
as enhancements roll out.
True.
Very
And
exciting.
again, I know that was a quick run through. There's a help center article with the video explaining how to create these discounts as well, and we'll link that below.
Yeah, maybe since this was such a quick run through, maybe we chat a little bit more about how to leverage discounts,
Yeah, it's a good
or what
idea.
our team does.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I guess right now, especially, it's really relevant. We're kind of rolling into summer sale, or soon to be end of summer sale. It's a great way to, sell through, key categories, maybe some areas you're a little overstocked, make some room in your inventory dollars. I love it for things like encouraging first-time buyers to make that purchase off your website. We talked about, we mentioned Retail Toolkit. We're going to talk more about Retail Toolkit in just a minute. But it's another great way for kind of building loyalty. Pass on a discount to your loyal customers. It will, goes both ways. They'll keep coming back, help them make the most of their maybe new bike purchase.
Yeah, and I think the other piece that's super important is a lot of clients have turned to Google Ads for
Yes.
moving the inventory that needs to be moved when there wasn't any inventory, to make sure that what you had was out there. And I know Matt and Dan that manage our Google Ads for, I think, about 80 of our clients now. They're big into using promo codes and discounts as part of Google ad campaigns to compete, and to, just to make it advantageous to shop local. So it's in there too. So if you're not working on those programs, if you're not into Google Ads, you have questions, Google even has a free shopping thing. So at the very least, if you haven't set up free shopping, not really related to discounts, let us know. We'll help you get that set up. But it's a big deal within Google because it is competitive. And as the inventory has built, I think it's going to get even more competitive into the fall. So this is just makes it a lot easier to create and use those discounts, whether it's just in email marketing or just sharing locally, or if you're doing Google Ads. That's a great option to use them as well.
Yeah, I did reach out to Matt just to get some tips from him and see what works best with the Google Ads that he's managing, and what he recommends to our clients. And just like Mark mentioned, it's going to help you stand out. And then another tip was just kind of keep it simple. So maybe just feature or utilize a discount on whole categories or whole brands. That seems to work best in Google too, kind of maintaining compliance, if that's the right word. And it's just simpler for your customers. And I think that stands true to if you send an email and you have a discount on all shoes, or, all of your apparel, things like that. Just keep it simple.
Yeah. You want to, you have to consider the inventory you have, but I think oftentimes it's a good point being simple, because sometimes we get in our own head about, well, I don't have enough of this, I don't have that. And by the time you get down to what you're willing to do the promo for or willing to promote, there's just not enough left to be attractive to a large enough segment of your customer base or potential customer base, and you end up shooting yourself in the foot. So I love keep it simple. Just get it out there, get the business, get that opportunity. That's what we're after, is that opportunity to close the sale in the store.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Good. Anything else on discounts?
That's all I've got, I think.
All right. Well, you mentioned Retail Toolkit earlier.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah. So we're looking for ways to increase the value of our loyalty program and really make it easier for retailers to get started right away as soon as they sign up for loyalty, start sending emails and getting those customers back in the door. So now we're including 3 free emails in the loyalty program. Those are the automated emails as part of loyalty. They're all the ones that they're set up. You're welcome to edit them, but they are 3 post-bike purchase emails. So we have an email that goes out one day after someone's made a purchase. That's going to be like thanking them for their purchase. Maybe a few tips and reminders about what they get for free. Maybe some safety check tips, things like that. The second email will go out 7 days after purchase. That one's going to promote accessories, really help them enhance their ride, maybe remind them to come back for, pedals and shoes or things like that. And then the third email goes out 30 days after purchase. And that one's a little bit more like kind of pro tips, maybe some touch point upgrades. Maybe so this customer has already gotten out on their bike a handful of times. Maybe get them thinking about how else can they really make this a lifelong hobby and get the most out of their bike, And then, of course, encourage them to maybe come back for free adjustments, or if they have any questions, that you're always there for them.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. We mentioned discounts previously. Maybe that second email where you're encouraging some add-on accessory purchases, that could be a great place to add a discount or a coupon code for them to utilize. But it's not totally necessary. I think this is just a great place to stay top of mind. A bike is a big purchase, no matter what your budget may be. So just making sure that they love their bike as much as you want them to,
Absolutely.
Okay, I guess more about, kind of discount oriented and sales oriented. I think we have kind of a theme going with our enhancements over this past quarter, really kind of aimed at helping retailers sell more, get more eyes on their product, and move some of those inventory dollars. So this last piece, I can't remember actually when we first rolled out the new Lightspeed integration. Was that last year?
Oh, I don't know. I've got COVID
irrelevant
pandemic timing in the brain. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I guess it could have. Who knows? The past 3 years,
I think it was in 2021.
Was it? Okay. Not totally relevant, I guess. Well, we've made an enhancement to the integration. So now retailers do not need to enter start and end dates in their site manager to help. So it's for promotions or maybe some of those discounts if you're running it through your POS.
Yeah, I think to recap, we've had a connection with Lightspeed POS for a long, long time. We have a lot of merchants that use that. In the past, that integration was maintained on the Lightspeed side. Over the years, it got old and it got kind of, not so consistent. We rebuilt that, what we're saying is a couple of years ago, because we don't remember exactly. And now that's controlled within the SmartEtailing system. It's been far more stable and effective. But one of the issues was in the old way of doing things, it was easier to set up start and end dates for sales and create those sales. In the new way we connected with that data, there wasn't a way to get at that information. And so you'd have to set up a price rule or price levels within Lightspeed to send a sale price over. But then you'd also have to go into your items and add a start or end date for those sale prices to be effective. This update removes the necessity to go do that second part. And so unless you want to set specific end dates, the system now knows if it sees a sale price based on your price levels in Lightspeed, it just applies that sale price.
Yeah.
Less keystrokes.
There we go. All about that.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, those were all the major features and enhancements we had for Q2 2022. That is a mouthful, let me tell you.
Yeah, at least next quarter, it won't be so many twos.
No. Well, what? We'll lose a two?
1, 2.
Anyway, 1, 2.
But that's 25% of the twos. That's a big reduction.
This is essential content.
Well, our retailers are really good at math. They're doing math all the time. So I just wanted them to know that we recognize that was 25% of the twos.
Yeah. It'll be easier. Really, we need to make it easier on me. That's all.
Yeah. This is fun. I like looking back. It's funny how quickly we can forget something that we were all excited about a couple months ago.
Yeah.
We've moved on. So I think this is great to recap this. I hope people find it helpful. If you listen to this and think, I wish I knew whatever that extra thing is you wish you knew, let us know. Just send us an email over at info@smartetailing.com. Say, I wish on the quarterly recaps I could hear about this. And then if Susie decides that that's okay, then we'll do it.
Sorry, I'm the gatekeeper for informational content. No, this is all about us serving SmartEtailing retailers and retailers in general. I think there's kind of maybe some tips in there for anybody, regardless of you being on a SmartEtailing website. But yeah, we're here to help local bike shops sell more. And any way that we can do that, we want to do that.
That's a good point, too. If you're watching this and you're not a SmartEtailing merchant and you have questions, we'll still talk to you and answer the questions as best we can. We would love to have you here at SmartEtailing, but, nothing's for everybody. So if you have some questions about something you've seen and you think it might help your business, let us know. Sometimes there's something that helps, and you don't have to be on the SmartEtailing platform for it to help. So give us a shout. Yes. Okay. Well, we will get all this put together. Hopefully it helps. And we will, I guess, see everybody again in 3 months. Yay. For Q3 2022 with one less tube.
Oh, where's my life going?
It's going towards the third quarter. All right. Cheers, Susan. Thanks.
Bye.